Hi! Thermal cameras like this are very useful equipment. The first time I excitedly showed my Seek thermal camera to my friend, he said, "What's the use?" That's it, I'm gonna pull every remaining hair off my head. Ow! Can't even use tweezers. As I'll mention at the end of my video, I'll give away one of these cameras to someone who appreciates it. Not you, Jim. See, a thermal camera can record a light that you cannot see unless you're a snake. And that light is infrared that basically radiates from the surface of any material. The warmer the material is, the more infrared it radiates. You can see that this cup of water is much colder than my hand. But at the same time, this cup of water is much warmer than this ice pack. Let me show you some real applications. This kind of information is very useful, especially in electronics. For example, you can easily see what component is heating up in a circuit. Like here, the board is evenly heated. But when I turn the load on, you see how and which components heat up. Every pixel on the camera image sensor is an infrared temperature sensor. You are getting the temperature of many thousand points at the same time. You can see if any wiring is overloaded. I'm gonna run very high current through this thin wire. Here is the piece of wire. Miscalculation. Got too hot too fast. Oh, look at that. That gives me an idea. Here I turn on my oven and put my hand on it. Ow! Cool, eh? Don't do it. Don't believe the fake stuff though. For example, with this camera you cannot see people farting. This video shows how fart is visible, but it is fake. Why? Because gas is not dense enough to radiate any easily detectable amount of infrared. Let me show you. Here I have a hair dryer and you can clearly see that the nozzle is quite hot, but the very hot air coming out of it is completely invisible to the camera, let alone a fart, unless it's splashing very large particles around. I put a random resistor network together connected to the supply and we can see which resistor wastes more power. Turn the supply on. And now you can clearly see that this component is getting hot. In the app you can swipe the image and see what's underneath. It is a capacitor. With the thermal camera it's very easy to see where the water was leaking inside the wall. For example, if I wet my hand and touch the wall, you can easily see that. Let's go inside the dark washroom and see what we can find. If we look at the wall, we can clearly see that those watermarks are colder and darker than the rest of the wall. The most important parameter of a thermal camera is its temperature sensitivity. The more sensitive cameras provide much better image quality and more accurate measurements. The better sensitivity is like more contrast levels. The more contrast levels, the more detail you get. Of course, tiny cameras like Seek don't have the best sensitivity. Their sensitivity is around 0.5 to 1 degree Celsius, which is around 0.25 to 0.5 degree Fahrenheit. Which is pretty good for most regular uses, and it's very inexpensive compared to multi-thousand-dollar cameras. You can't see behind a wall or a glass with a thermal camera, but firefighters use it to see if there is a lot of heat behind a closed door. For example, here, you see that the door is quite warm, but it's because somebody is taking a shower in there. You heat up any surface you touch. See, my thermal fingerprint will be there for a while. It will be easy to find out if somebody has been tampering with your furniture. Nice. Or sleeping in your bed. The cars on this side are cold, but the car on this side is pretty hot. Suspicious. Even at no light, a thermal camera can see anything with temperature difference. The Seek thermal camera can measure anywhere between -40 to 330 degrees Celsius. You can use the camera to look at some rich guy's house and find the leakage path of energy. It's usually the windows or the chimney. I came to Stanley Park. 9 o'clock gun is one of the attractions of the Stanley Park. Now let me go inside the jungle and see if I can capture any animals. Trees and the ground are still holding their warmth from the daylight. There is nothing visible here, but at least with my camera I can see the trail and the trees. Damn it, there is not even a single frog in this forest. I see it, something in the center, slowly moving. Obviously it's the Loch Ness Monster. It's too far. Nothing on the trees. Oh,
I think I got something back there. What is it? Oh, there's one closer. Looks like I've got some elusive raccoons. Oh look. Screw the animals. It's 11 o'clock in the middle of Stanley Park and I don't know where I parked my car. The good thing is that somebody gave me this gift called Zeus that you plug into your car, and with this app it tells you where exactly you parked your car. So I just have to walk that way. Let's go. Thanks Zeus. It would be very hard to find my car in the middle of the night in Stanley Park.
The nice people at Seek Thermal agreed to give away one of these cameras for free to one of my patrons at patreon.com. I really appreciate everyone's support of my channel and I will find ways like this to give back. In addition, Seek Thermal provided a promotion code to you, the viewers. So if you use this promotion code at thermal.com, you get 10% off! You get 10% off! Everyone gets 10% off! Well, I'm no opera. But I'll also send one free Zeus charger and car locator to another patron. Damn, I feel like a generous god today. Although nothing really came from my pocket. More like a king.